There's a story time that's been ringing in my mind for a couple of days now, and I thought I should just come on here and confess. Technically, there's nothing for me to confess because I didn't do no wrong. Okay? Black women do not do anything wrong. So boom, on my way to go see someone, there was this car that just happened to stop. And I had my AirPods on. And also, if someone has got headphones or AirPods on, that means do not disturb. I'm trying to have some me time. Clearly, some people have not gotten that memo. But anyway, they pretended to ask for directions to somewhere, and I pretended like I couldn't hear them because I can tell you know your way around. You've got your phone right there on your phone holder thingy in the car. Why could you not put that address on maps? Why are you asking me? Do I look like Google Maps to you? Excuse me? Hello? Hello? Sit down.
Hello? Get down.
I kept on walking. So now I'm like a block further, right? And I see that same car pulling up in front of me, and they stopped right in front of me. I'm about to cross the street and they came and they blocked me. Guys, I fear for my life so much because men who, number one, catcall, for me, don't do that. That is not cute. And number two, you had to come around, spin the block figuratively, and come back to try to talk to me again when I pretended like I couldn't hear you and I kept on walking. That is a no, sir. Okay, keep it pushing. I'm actually so stressed trying to recall this event because at that moment, nobody was walking on the road, no cars were driving past, anything could have happened to me. This man comes and blocks the road right in front of me, and he rolls down the window. He was driving his work car. What are these? The big ones, the Suburbans. Yes, he was driving a Suburban, right? And then rolls down the window. Guys, the smell of dank just hit me, and then I was like, oh, Molly girl,
you in danger, girl.
You need to run, okay? You're in trouble. He's like, hey, what's your name? And I'm like, I'm Tandy. And he's like, oh, I'm nice to meet you. I'm like, pleasure is all mine. How can I help you? He's like, well, long story short, I'm trying to get to know you. You're very pretty. And I just couldn't resist stopping and asking for your number. And I'm like, I don't know about that. Because you know, us African girlies, you have to work hard to just get that, to just talk to me. It's a blessing, okay? And he's like, I can tell you're not from here. Where are you from? I'm like, I'm Zimbabwean. Are you in college? Yes, I'm in college. I'm in graduate school now. It's like, that's what's up. And then he's like, okay, can I please have your number so that, you know, I can take you out to dinner sometime? And I'm like, I don't know about that. It's like, come on, it'll be a good time, I promise. And the problem is that the guy, how he looks, I like people who look like that. Oh, he dresses so well, man. He dresses so well. He looked good. I must say, like rings, jewelry, like, yeah, he looked good. I'm not gonna lie. Besides the deck, I could smell the cologne on top of that, so that was a good sign for me. And I'm just like, I don't know, like this man just looks like trouble. But Tandy likes things. I proceeded to give him the number. This man calls me that same day. He's like, hey, let's go out to dinner, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm not quite sure. I just have to make arrangements for like childcare. Mind you, I still live with my parents at this point. Obviously, they're gonna be with my daughter. But at that time, I just was not thinking about dating at all. I high-key don't want to, like even until now. Like just the thought of leaving my daughter just to go spend time with a man that's gonna waste my time. I'm not interested. Sorry. He did not see me, did not hear from me. I don't call or text the nigga. That's one thing about me. And that's what drives them crazy because men are just naturally wired to hunt, to find the thing, okay? So when you don't reciprocate his energy, you don't pick up his calls, text him back, try to see him, he's gonna wanna hunt you more. So I don't know, maybe it's different for some women, but for me, that's been my experiences with these gents. And so he now was upset because it was like a whole month of him having my number. Actually, 2 months of him having my number at this point. I would not see him. I would barely call. I would not even call. I would not pick up his calls. And he called me angry, yelling. I could hear he was on the highway because the windows were rolled down. I could hear the wind. I could hear his driving. He's like, yo, why is it so difficult to find you, man? I know people who work so many jobs. I've got so many things going on for myself, but I'm never this busy. I'm like, I'm in grad school and I'm a mom. I've got a lot of things going on. And right now I've got my internship and I still have to go take care of my daughter. After this, I'm working full time with this internship. It's like, no, that's crazy. I've never heard of it. Anybody that works as you work 24 hours. I'm repeating verbatim what he said to me. He's like, you're telling me you work 24 hours in a day. You cannot even spare 45 minutes. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to tell you. And then I'm like, you know what? Fine. Take me out to dinner. And then he wanted to take us to this restaurant. It's an Italian restaurant in the Haymarket area. I forgot the name. Anyway, he wanted to take us there. He made plans. And I was just like, hey, tomorrow I have to go to work again and I have to take my daughter to daycare. So this has to pretty much be a very quick dinner date. And I don't think he liked that because he canceled. And then I was like, fine, I don't care. Did not call, did not stress. I was just like, cool. And then he calls again, Tandy, it's so hard to get to see you, blah, blah, blah. Send me your location right now. I'm about to pull up on you. I'm like, I'm at my parents' house, bro. What are you doing? Why are you pulling up at my parents' house? He's like, I'm coming there right now. Send me your location. Because Tandy likes things, and I kind of like him. I like it that he's so menacing and he knows what he wants. I like that. I like that. Like, don't back down. Keep trying. Even though it's been 3 months at this point, and I've never, I haven't seen you yet. I don't call you. I don't text you. And I gave him the low. He came through. He looked good again. Now, this time it was a different car. This time he came with the Porsche. I think he was trying to show me that, no, that's not my only car. I've got many. I don't know. But he looked really good. He's like, hey, you can come with your daughter. Go get the car seat. Let's go to my house. I'm like, I'm not about to do first date things with you, with my daughter there. And also at your house, people get trapped in the freaking basement. And that's it. You never hear from them again. I'm not doing that. Sorry. And then it's like, so you made me drive like 30 minutes to come here. I'm like, yeah, precisely. I didn't ask you to come. You said you wanted to come. And then he's like, okay, fine. And then he threw a tantrum and then he drove off. As soon as he drove off, he calls me. So you made me drive 30 minutes to come see you just for you to look at. I'm like, yeah, you said you wanted to come and I gave you the low. I did not say I was going to leave the house with you. Come on. Hello.
Hey, hello. Get down.
Yeah, that was just a crazy, tumultuous thing. In the end, I gave in. Because to be honest, he seems like a cool guy. Except when he loses his cool. That's when he goes kind of crazy. So then I accept the invitation. I was like, I'm not trying to be seen outside in the streets with this man. Because for some reason, you live in the South, okay? Why do you want to go to the Haymarket area where all my peers go? I'm not trying to be seen with you, bro. And then, yeah, I was like, nah, I'll just come to your house on one of these days. Because I had classes, like work finished at a good time, because I started at 10 a.m. Then I'll typically finish at 2, or some days I'll do like longer shifts, but this time I did 10 to 2. Then the next class was only going to be like 4, right? So I knew I had a good 2 hours to waste and just chill. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna drive and come to you. I hope you're at home. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna make time. He sends me his address, and oh guys, the house was really, really nice. I'm talking about in the South, there's like really, really nice houses. When I pull up, the garage doors are open, of course. There's like a Porsche. There's a, what's that small car that's fast that Americans like? Hellcat, yes. But it was pimped out, like it had, I can't explain it too much because then people know the exact car, because I don't think there's any other car like that here in Lincoln. But he had a Porsche, a white one, red interior, and then that car with the detail, and then he had that work car that I spoke about, and then he had another van, like a work, yeah. And then he was now like pretending like he's dusting. I'm like, bro, I know you can take these cars to the car. Like I was dusting his cars, and then I was like, oh, this is a really nice car. When did you get it? It's like, yeah, I got it as a gift last year for my birthday. I'm like, what sort of people do you know will just be giving you this expensive ass car? And also with that detail, I know that was expensive, okay? Anyway, cool. We go into the house and he had cooked lunch for us. That's so sweet. He had made rice and oxtails, and you could tell that he was really proud of himself. But the rice was undercooked. Why are we making authentic rice? The rice must be fluffy and moist. But yeah, the oxtails are pretty good too. They were not bad. They were okay. Nothing to write home about. So I started walking around and he's telling me all these things. Yeah, I own this house, blah, blah, blah. And I noticed this man's got so many tattoos, and one of their tattoos stuck out to me. I don't know. For me, it's a big red flag if a man has got a tat of his state. I don't know. I have not had the best experiences with a man with a tat of his state. They're the craziest ones. Please, my sister, if you see that, just run. Run as far away as you can and as fast as you can. Anyway, you'll see why at the end of the story. So I'm walking around the house. Guys, it's a really nice house. And I see there's like cameras all over the house. Okay. That was, to me, was like, ding, 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 ding. Why are we doing that? I understand one ring camera in the front, but like cameras every single way, guys. Like in every room, there was a camera. Outside, surrounding, there were cameras just watching everything. And yeah, I could see, his kids on the walls. I'm like, how old are you again? This man looked at me in the face and he was like, I'm 36. I was like, no ways. These kids look like they're around my age. There's no way you can have kids that are in college right now and you're also 36. Unless, of course, you had kids when you're 12, which things like that happen. I'm not gonna deny that. But I was like, the math is not mathing. Anyway, so we're chilling, we're chatting, whatever, and he starts talking about his experiences like growing up. And I'm like, you've got a tattoo from whatever state you grew up in. And it's like, yeah, that's where I'm from. I'm like, okay, so you're here for work. It's like, well, there's a good cost of living, which is true here. And I was married before. I'm like, oh, really? How many times? 3 times. Okay, you've been married 3 times and you got all these kids. Clearly, the common denominator is you. If 2 + 2 is 4, that means you are the problem here, sir. You've been married 3 times and you still haven't learned your lessons. One thing about me, I do not ignore the things, because another thing about me is that I psychoanalyze people for fun. Like I think I started doing it as a way to protect myself, but really and truly, now I see that it was valid that I needed to do that, because what? Anyway, we keep chatting and it kind of slips out that, because I was now asking about his tattoos. I was like, oh, where did you get this one done? It's like, in prison. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? It's like, yeah, I got arrested. How many years? 5 years. For what? Oh, I was... I gotta get out of here.
Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Now. Guys, please do not ignore the signs. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, it's time for me to go to class now, so I'll see y'all later. And it's like, okay, when next time I'm gonna see you? Because I know you disappear for months. I'm like, I'll let you know. Because I needed to go sit down and think. Because what do you mean? What do you mean you were arrested for 5 years? And is this the kind of man I want to be seen with? I was right to say, no, I don't want to be seen with this man. Now I'm seeing somebody else. Yeah? And the thing is, in the end, I ended up coming out and letting him know that, hey, I've actually met somebody, he's great, and things are going great. But the thing is, I didn't stop chatting to this man that obviously wanted me, right? That was what I did wrong. Because emotional cheating is also cheating. Micro cheating is also cheating, guys. Don't do that stuff. So then he was now like trying to be buddy, because at this point he was like, okay, you can friend zone me. It's fine, whatever. This man finds me on my Instagram, on my Facebook, friends me everywhere. And I don't know, there was some public holiday that time and he was throwing a party for that. And I was like, oh yeah, he called me. I pick up because I'm like, I've got nothing to hide. I'm not doing nothing with this man. Mind you, I was now with the person that I was seeing at that time. And I pick up the phone. He's like, so I'm throwing a party this weekend. You and your boyfriend can actually come through. And I told the man, so I was like, hey, this is what's happening. But personally, I don't feel comfortable around this man. And also, if I wouldn't feel comfortable going to his parties, because guys, I'm sorry for judging, but it seems like some crazy ass shit would happen at those parties, and I need to be safe. I need to take care of myself for my daughter. Like, I'm not, no. So I really would love it if we don't go. But if I'm gonna be with you, I don't mind going. And then he's like, nah, it's okay. We can just chill since you're saying you're not comfortable with going to the parties. I'm like, okay, cool. Then we get into whatever we got into. It was not looking good on that corner. So I'm now separated, single at that point. And this man is still pressing, mind you. So I end up going to his house this one day because I'm not trying to be seen with this man. And I'm like, hey, I'm about to move into my own place. He's like, yeah, I would actually really love to come to your place because you always come to mine. I'm like, yeah, but in the meantime, I'm still living with my parents. It doesn't make sense. And he's like, cool. Whenever you move into your new place, I'll be happy to come. I was like, cool. And I just asked one question about, the prison thing, because it was really bothering me. I've never been with somebody, and guys, the way he got so angry, I remember just running out the house. He started raising his voice. Nobody can judge me. I've got all this house. I've got all my money. I'm working so hard. I've got a company. I've got businesses going so well. I take care of my kids. I pay all these bills, and I still have lots of money. You see all those cars outside? I did all that. They're all paid in full. Why are you getting so angry? If we are gonna date, if we're gonna do something, I need to be able to communicate and chat with you about these things without you getting angry. Because you being angry, for me, it's like you're being defensive about some shit. Like, what are you trying to hide? Are you still pushing? Tell me the truth right now. Hello? Sit down.
Hello? Get down.
Because no ways, guys. No ways. That was really crazy for me. I was like, I know myself. I also have anger issues. You may find me on a bad day, right? And I might also say some shit, and then we both end up shouting at each other, and it ends up being very violent. And I don't need that. I just want peace in this life. So essentially, that's how me and him stopped talking. But I always see him. He's always, texting me on the Instagrams and the Facebooks, and I just don't respond. Another thing that I was like, you are a parent. You should understand. But also, let's not just assume that everybody understands, because not everybody may understand. The concept of you just calling me and saying I'm driving to Denver right now, but I can buy you a ticket right now so that you can meet me for the weekend is kind of crazy, especially if I'm still breastfeeding. At that time, I was still breastfeeding. Like, even if I didn't have a kid, why are we not considering that maybe I have a life of my own going on? And it didn't just happen just once. That's what I didn't like about him. I feel like men with money like to use their money as a way to control women, and I just didn't like that about him, because he would call me, oh, I'm going to Colorado. I can buy you a ticket. You can fly out and meet me there tonight. Why are you doing that? Give me time to process, to think, because I need to put fits together. How about that? I need to put outfits together. I need to prep myself mentally to take a trip. You can't just spring that up on somebody. Hello? Anyway, I don't know. I think I'm just so grateful that my parents raised me right. I don't love things, guys. I don't love things to that point. Because while we're going to the edge of the country, it's going to be easier for you to ship me across the border. You must be woke. Some things are just not blessings. Sometimes it's just the devil trying to get you. You must say no, guys. Learn to say no and have the spirit of discernment to be like, this might not be it. Because from the very first second, because we're all the way in America. I left this stuff in Zimbabwe where I would get catcalled, and people would literally drive in front of me and stop their cars to stop me, to try to talk to me. Why is this happening in the land of the free? Sorry. Yeah, no. But you know how to dress. Had a nice cologne section. Of course, he had the Dior Sauvage. That one, as soon as I was like, yeah, it checks out. I also had Issa Miyake. Guys, also had Creed. F-boy fragrances, but they smell good though. Like it would mask up that smell. Also, he was a chain smoker. Guys, you understand? You wake up and before you go to sleep, before you shower, before you eat, do you not have a life of your own to just chill and relax? I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that one. I had to. You remember I told you that I told him that I was seeing someone? Let me tell you the craziest story that also happened. Hey guys, I thought that though. I actually also got. So what had happened was I was now in the car with the person that I was seeing at that time. Hey, I see that car. I'm like, I've been here long enough to know that there are not many of these cars. Obviously it's him. We make eye contact because now he's coming from this way, turning like this, and obviously he's in the driver's seat. I'm in the passengers, so he's passing. Hey, and he's looking at me like this, and then he looked at the person I was standing at that time. Didn't look at me again.
And I look at him, and he looks at me, and I look at him.
He calls me later that night. He's like, "Where were you today?" Why are you asking me all the questions? I'm not your woman. Number two, you know where I was this afternoon. Don't ask me silly questions. Be more direct. Speak to me like a grown person, man to man. We're not kids here. So I said I was with my mans this afternoon. I should have lied to play with his head, but also I've reached that age where I'm like, I don't need to lie. You get what you get. And also, if people ask you very direct questions like that, they already know the answers. There's no need to lie. So I said I was with my mans. Goes, oh, okay, so you're busy seeing everybody roaming around the city and you cannot even make time to see me. I'm like, our schedule's so online. You're always busy and I'm always at school and work. So it's like, no, I always make time for you. Anytime you've told me you're free, I've made time for you. I'm like, well, things were different at that time. I was single, but now we're trying to work things out. So it's hard for me to, see you. And it's like, I cool. But, hi, that drama. I wonder if men also notice that, why is this man in this car looking at my girl like this? Because he did mention, I was like, that's a nice car. Yay! The thing is that I know the person in the car. Huh? This is why I personally cannot cheat, because just the stress of it all, I cannot. And you see, everything, God will always make sure that it's exposed. What are the odds? This man is always busy, guys. He was always busy. What are the odds that time that I'm driving during the week, double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon, you just happen to just pass me? So after we had that fight when he was yelling at me, that's another thing that I wanted to tell you guys. I'm not driving. Fast forward, we had that fight where I asked him, go, Kujere, what can I say? And how many years she I can do trash, fair and fine. I have not seen this man or spoken to him in like a good 2 months at this point. I'm driving to work and I'm like, push. And I know the shape of his head. The one thing about me, I never forget a face, a name, and the shape of a head and the footsteps. I know a person just from those things. I was like, that's him. And he also noticed me. And at the traffic lights, I made sure when he stopped, we're now next to each other. Me, I just turned. I looked at him. And he also looked at me. And he just giggled. He was like, looked down. His light turned green, the filter, and he left. Never spoke to him again. And then again, someone's fast. It was like a cat and mouse thing, guys. I swear to God. Oh my God, this man. I think I'm not on a jungle fever. Let me just say that. Because obviously I was his first baddie. Obviously. And he kind of went crazy. And I like that. I like that he went crazy. And nothing ever happened, obviously, between the two of us. Because I'm not gonna lie, he high-key scared me a little bit. Not judging by a book by its cover, but just having the spirit of discernment should just show you that, hey, my sister, some of these things that you like, they're glittering, they're gold. But, yeah. What made me think of him? Is it almost his birthday or something? Or something happened to him? Anyway, not my concern anymore. It never was my concern. Anyway, guys, take care of yourselves and your mental health. Make sure your spirit of discernment must be your sixth sense, please. Because, yeah.